Have you ever caught yourself saying, I know what I need to do, I just need to strengthen my core? Or maybe it's, I just need to strengthen my glutes. Sometimes it's, I just need to stretch more, right? And sometimes it can even be, well, I've hurt myself, so I just need to rest. If you have been thinking any of these things, you're definitely not alone. Hi, I'm Alexis Wadeland, osteopath and co-founder of Blossoming Me and Healthy Learning Lounge. And today, we're continuing our Recovery Reframed series by looking at one of the most common assumptions I hear about recovery. I just need to. A little while ago, I was chatting with a lovely client who'd been struggling with her lower back pain for quite some time. As she talked, she sighed and said, I know what I need to do. I just need to strengthen my core. A few minutes later, she added, maybe my glutes are a bit weak. And later still, she started talking about that she needed to stretch more to allow her body to move more effectively. By the end of the appointment, she'd also mentioned things like resting, buying a new chair, getting a different pillow. And it made me smile because I hear some version of this so often, in fact, most days of the week. I just need to strengthen my core, activate my glutes, stretch my hip flexors, use the foam roller more, rest, walk more, walk less, find that right exercise. We're constantly looking for that one thing that's going to fix everything, and I completely understand why. We all want simple answers, but our body is rarely that simple. So I'd like to gently challenge another common belief, that recovery is about finding that one missing piece. Because in my experience, it's much more often about helping lots of small pieces work together just that little bit better. And that's a very different way of looking at recovery. There are three things that most people don't quite realize. One, most advice is not wrong. It's just maybe incomplete, because strengthening our core really does matter, as does making sure our glutes are activating properly, and that we have mobility, and that we rest enough, and that we move and walk enough. The problem isn't usually the advice in itself. It's believing that one of those things on its own is the complete answer. Two, your body adapts as a whole. Imagine trying to improve an orchestra by only tuning that one violin. The violin might sound so beautiful, but if the rest of the orchestra isn't working together, the music still won't sound right. We can look at our bodies quite similarly. Breathing, movement, confidence of movement, sleep, strength, our vitality, our mobility, our ability to balance, our ability to transfer load efficiently. They all play a part together. And three, recovery is usually about building capacity. Not asking what one thing needs to be fixed, but maybe more, what can I do to help my body to become more capable? Sometimes it is about improving strength or reducing tension. Sometimes it's about sleeping better. Maybe it is more about moving more confidently. And sometimes we simply need to learn that our body is safer than we thought. A client came to see me convinced that her weak core was what was causing her problem. And we certainly worked on her trunk control. But we also worked on her breathing, her walking pattern, her hip mobility, the way her body transfers load, and her confidence with movement. And gradually she became much more comfortable moving again. But was it because of the core exercises? Well, probably partly, but I don't think it was only because of the core exercises. I think it was because her body became more able to work together and more adaptable in doing so. So perhaps this week, instead of asking, what is the one thing I need to fix, try to focus on, what might my body need a little bit more of right now? And in this moment, it may be a little bit more movement or a little bit more rest. Maybe a little bit more confidence in how we do things. A little bit more strength, a little bit stretching. Maybe it's more variety. Small improvements across several areas may have a much bigger impact than chasing that one perfect solution. So I have three invitations for you today. The first, become curious. Notice how you catch yourself saying, I just need to, and ask yourself whether that's the whole story. Two, think more broadly. Rather than searching for that one magic exercise, consider what else might help your body to feel more comfortable and more capable and work more effectively together. And 3, celebrate progress, any progress. Recovery isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about helping your body to become that little bit more adaptable and capable and able each day. If you'd like some help understanding which areas might be influencing your own recovery, I'd love to invite you to use my interactive pain pattern discovery coach. The link will be in the description. It asks thoughtful questions to help you to explore your own patterns and identify some simple, practical first steps that you can do now safely to help you to begin your recovery. And if you're ready to begin improving the way your body breathes, moves, and manages pressure and load transfer, my Ribcage Reset mini course is a wonderful place to begin. Next week, we'll tackle another belief that I hear all the time. My scans explain why I'm in pain. Scans can be incredibly helpful, but they don't always tell the whole story. We'll explore that together. So one final reflection. What's the one thing that you've been hoping would fix your body? And what might change if you focused instead on gradually building your whole body's overall capacity? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.
So that's it for today. Did it raise any questions or aha moments? If so, I'd love to hear them, so please put those in the comments section. I love answering questions. I hope you found today useful. And if you know someone who could use this information, please share it. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, and in health, bye for now.